Hey Blue Merinos, it's Keleas here with Keleas.com, and we're about to have some floral fun at its finest. Check out our latest kit, guys. It's patriotic, great for all summer. The kit's going to come with a berry swag, a really super long floral stem that we're going to use to mix in our swag, and then of course beautiful patriotic ribbon. So you can definitely grab the kit and make your own easy peasy ready to rock and roll. So I'm going to show you how to do this step by step. The only supplies you will need at home will be some scissors, some wire cutters, some cable ties to make your bow and put your swag together. And then I use a bow maker to make my bows. You can also make a simple bow by hand. Okay? So those are the other things you will need. You don't necessarily really need a glue pot for this, but you can have a glue gun or glue pot ready to go in case you need it. Okay, so we'll be putting this section of the kit together in just a minute, but we're going to start off with our bow. So the first thing I'm going to do is just set this to the side and grab my ribbon. And I like to have trailers coming down beside my swag that are longer than the actual swag. So if you know your bow is going to be kind of right here, which we do, our bow will be a little bit lower than where the hanger is already built in here. So we'll go with this as a good length for the tail. Okay, so I'll grab that right there. And that's if you don't like it longer, you don't have to do that. But I just take and grab that ahead of time so I can just build that right into my bow. I'm going to grab my bow maker and put this on. You guys know we do bows on Wednesdays. But whenever I have a kit, I like to show you exactly how to make the bow we're doing just live right along with the kit video, okay? So we're going to cut that at an angle to the inside. And we're going to go at 5.5. It doesn't have to be huge. And I'm going to twist. 5.5 and twist. And we're going for 3 loops here on the back. We're going to do our what we call our blast off bow. Isn't that appropriate for patriotic, right? We'll be doing 3 loops in the back. Everybody's at 5.5, so not too big. Okay, hold that in the center and twist. Bring your next loop around and twist it again. Bring the bottom pieces together, and we're just going to cut that at an angle. All right, there's the first layer of our blast off. Now I'm going to come in with 2 loops, and this time think about where this tail is going to land. So probably right about there. Measure it out on your swag what you like. This will be your second layer of tails. Bring that in and twist it. Okay, and we need actually cut that at the wrong angle. We need to cut to, well, we haven't cut it yet. Cut it to the inside, okay? So the cuts all match on each side. So now we'll do 2 loops at 5 inches, just a little shorter. We're coming a little shorter to the inside. Hold it in the center while you pull that roll back and grab your next loop. So we went out at 5.5, and you see how I space them out and I go between? We're going to go right between with the next 2 layers, okay? And we got 1 and 2 at 5 inches. Cut those tails to match. We want them to be about the same, okay? And then finally, for our last loop in the center, we'll just go with a bow tie. If you've never seen us do a bow tie, basically it's just a loop. And we'd like it to be about 4 inches on each side. So just measure that out. Then take and cut it. And we'll just hold that ribbon because we are going to need it in a second. We need those to overlap and come to the center and just pleat it up where it's equal in the middle. And that is what we call a bow tie finish. And the reason we do that is just so we don't have more loops. And that's just a fun bow. I love the stripes on here. Okay, come in with your cable tie underneath and gently pull that up while holding a finger on the top. Add a little pressure. And you got her. Rotate that backward between your fingers. Hold pressure while separating each layer, just like this. Ooh, it's coming together. She's looking spectacular. I love making these bows. Blast-off bows, of course, are appropriate for patriotic, but any time of the year. I'm going to take and separate them all out. Isn't that great? Okay, nice, nice. Now, we can put our bow maker to the side. We're done with it. You do need to add a cable tie to the back, so that's how we're going to attach it to the swag when we get our swag all put together. Okay? Pull that tight, and now trim that off. Now, you're going to go back and grab the roll of ribbon. In the kit, you're going to get a whole roll of ribbon. So you'll have extra. You can go and make you a swag or something else for a lantern. You can make at least one more bow out of it. And I'm going to take and come in here, and I'm going to put the red and white stripe in the center mainly, so you can see how pretty that is. Okay, just do a couple little knots in the back. 1 and 2. And then trim these guys off, those little tails, and your bow is done, all right? And just put her aside for a second, because we're going to build our swag base next. Okay, so this comes all put together, and that saves you so much time, y'all, okay? It really does. What you want to do is we're going to be mixing in the great blue flower stem that has so long and so much pizzazz. And it's going to add a twig and a really fun bloom to pop that blue. So what I want to do is cut this first of all, because I want a little bit of blue coming up. So I just lay it along the body, and I realized if I could cut it right here, it would work perfect for me to take and flip this other half around. You're going to need wire cutters, guys, because this is a thick stem to cut. So I'm going to take first, we'll use these kind of going up in a second, but I'm going to take the rest of that spray, and we're going to use it going down. So what you want to do is kind of intermingle it between the berries here. Okay, let it flow in between. Yes, isn't that great? Rotate these out. Ooh, yes. Bring them around. Okay, and I haven't really officially attached this yet, but you see how quickly, if you just layer it in, how it now looks like it's all one piece mixed in the berries. Okay, I want to show you how cute that is. So cute. So that's important. We want to do that. Now, we're going to attach it with some cable ties in a second, but we've got to be able to hide them. So if you will just cut this little bitty flower off, we're going to glue that on to hide up here in just a little bit. Cut these 2 flowers off. So we're going to use these like we would moss in a normal project to kind of conceal. We are going to be able to do that with the flower heads. Now, we need 2 berries going up, and instead of taking these off, we're going to just take and rotate these up. 2 berries up. Okay, perfect. That's going down. We haven't even attached it yet. We are going to in a second. Now, here's this piece with these longer pieces, and I'm going to try to leave them together and just bring them in right here. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing. You're going to work them in. Work them in. Oh, that one worked perfect there. Flip that leaf around. Isn't that beautiful? So simple, but so pretty. So let the blue go up the middle, surrounded by the red. Now, each of these berry clusters is wired on here. So you're talking about a premium berry. This one's even waterproof. And the nice thing is you can shape those how you want. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is get this attached up here. Anywhere you know you're not going to see that blue flower, pull it off or cut it off. We're going to use that for concealment in a little bit to hide our mechanics. So this is our first step. Get this super tight, okay? And that's right at the base of where that hanger is, okay, right there. Okay, good. Those are not going to come off. I'm going to trim that. In that, I grabbed everything, but it's not quite stable enough to hold it all together. Now come down here and cut the stem off of that top piece, because we were able to attach it right there, and it's good to go. So this you can put in your pile to use again for a support for something else. You can recycle that for sure. Now, I want to do one more cable tie down here. Let's go right in here for extra support. And then we're going to come back and hide it with the blue florals, okay, that we just took from the top. Super tight. Make sure the nubby end is up here to the front. I'm going to zoom in and show you. See how it's to the front? We want it like that because we're going to take and conceal that, okay, in just a second. All right, you got it? Now, take some of these cute little flowers and we're going to just tuck in and glue them right around that. We don't need to worry about this one because that's going to be our bow in there. All right, I'm going to bring a little glue in with my glue pot. I prefer the glue pot. It's not going to get too hot. I'm not going to get burned. Just going to tuck that in there. And one on the other side. And that's going to hide our mechanics. And that way we don't really have to have moss for this since we've got it in a kit. You guys, if you are wanting to grab the kit, just put link in the comments and we will get you the link for the kit. Okay. Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know. We've got one left if we need to add that anywhere else. Okay, great. Bow time. Let's get that bow in. The bow goes right there in the bow zone that we left earlier, and I'm going to go just right on top of where that other cable tie was. Okay? Just attach it here. Y'all, this is so sweet and so easy, really. You all can do it. This tight here. And we have a lot of customers who prefer kits because it's a great way not to overinvest in supplies. It's a great way to get started. And pretty soon you start playing with some products and then you want to try some more. And that's what we love, to introduce you to silk flower design and really show you how pretty it is. Now those long tails, I like to add them to the back. And I know you guys will know. I know there's Keleas Blue Merinos watching. That's people who are in our design school class. If you ever hear me say that. And the reason they know I'm going to put that behind is because it's going to add some depth. It's going to add this pop of depth. Because now the stripe not only is in the foreground, but it's in the background. So just slide that to the back. It's really easy to let that hang down. Can you see that on your front door just like that? Is that adorable and sweet? It is. Really super duper sweet. And you guys, if you want more tails, you can add more tails. Just attach them to the base, have them come down, pop that out. Now, all these berries have wire. So don't be flat. Let that puppy have motion. Bring everybody moving forward. And look at this. Look at this. Isn't she gorgeous? All right, I can't wait for you to make your own swag just like this. We'll have a link for the kits in the comment. If you don't see one, you can just let us know. Jump on our text list because they always have first notification right after our design school students. We let people on the text list know what's going on. So just go to textkeleas.com and get on the list. Text us the word link or put the word link in here and we will definitely send you the link for the supply list for this project. And, of course, this is a kit. All right, see you next